Avi?
Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. You're from South Dakota, right?
I am.
As am I. I grew up in Sioux Falls. Where'd you grow up in?
Huron.
Ah, beautiful area. State Fair area.
That's right.
Ah,
How nice.
love that place. I miss it out there. Wish I still lived there.
Oh, do you?
Anywho,
Nice people.
oh yes, very nice. Let's talk about I'm a 26-year-old male, so I guess I can make jokes about it, but it is a very serious subject, menopause.
Yeah, I think we all have to make a few jokes about it.
Well, I guess my first question is, what are some of the biggest myths that people have about menopause?
Well, first of all, I think that it's been so in the closet because somehow in people's minds it's sort of the end of something. But in a way it's the end of something that you're kind of ready to be done with as a woman. It's not so terrible. There's a lot of women who are often relieved after menopause and have a much freer life, and it's a good thing. It doesn't have to be a negative thing at all. The journey through it can be a little daunting sometimes, and I think that's important to talk about that and get it out of the closet and have good conversation about it, and primarily having really good conversations with your healthcare professional, your doctor, about it, which is what I would like to tell women and your viewers is that there's a website called menopuase.com with a K, no menopause. And on that website you get some terrific information, but also you can get a free DVD that I hope that your watchers will order. I'm hosting it, and it's called No Menopause Inside and Out. And it's just chock full of great information about what menopause is and how you can kind of start dealing with it, and how you understand symptoms and what treatment options might be for you, and all kinds of fabulous information. And there are just some regular women having a conversation with you about their experiences, and it's very helpful.
My mother's approaching the age of menopause. What advice do you have for me, I guess, as her son? What should I be doing, and how can I help her?
I would get on nomenopause.com and get her this DVD. That's what I would do. And also, and you know what? And watch it yourself. Information and knowledge are power. And, some women have a very difficult time with their symptoms, and it's really important that the people around them who love them are informed, so they understand not to take things too personally, and to perhaps convince your mother that she needs to go and see her healthcare professional, her doctor, and have a good conversation about it, because there are things that we can do to make it go a little bit easier. And how nice of you to be concerned for your mother. I like that.
Well, it's my mother. I mean, I don't want my mom to be mad and miserable. She
Right.
had that growing up with me. She doesn't need that now.
Yeah, exactly. She put up with that with you, right?
That's right. You talked about it being closeted. Is there a reason, do you think, we don't talk about it and women don't talk about it?
Well, I don't know. It's a really strange thing. And I think perhaps because, years and years ago, women only used to live 5, maybe 10 years past menopause. Now, women are living 40 years past menopause, and it's become a really important transitional period. And it used to, I guess, women felt like it was transitional to the end of their lives. Now it's transitional to the better half of their lives, some of them think. There's a whole lot of life to be had after menopause, and I want every woman to have it as healthy and vibrant as they can possibly be.
Well, let's also talk about some of the great work you've been doing. You've got a film coming out soon, right?
I do. I just finished a film this spring called Holiday Baggage with the wonderful Barry Bostwick. We play a couple in a pretty dysfunctional family going through the holidays together, and it's, I think, very moving and fun, and just a perfect movie for the holidays.
What do you think, looking back on doing Charlie's Angels, what do you think will be the history of that show in the history of television?
Well, so far it's gone way beyond, I think, what any of us really thought would happen with it. Not only its success originally, but then feature films made of it. People are still watching it all over the world. I still get wonderful, wonderful fan mail and emails from people that are seeing it for the first time and just loving it. It's extraordinary, the impact of Charlie's Angels, and I think perhaps because in looking back it was pretty tame for, although people thought a little racy for its time, when you look back at it, it was, we were three Girl Scouts, basically, who wore cute clothes. But we were good girls and doing the right thing, and it gave women a sense of power, and I think that is not to be underestimated.
What's your favorite memory of Aaron Spelling?
Oh, I think probably my favorite memory of him actually was an argument we were having. I was complaining a bit about having to wear a bikini all the time, and certainly I thought, okay, do I have to wear a bikini in every show? And I understood that that was part of why he hired me for the part. He liked the way I looked in a bikini, but I was a mother, I had a 2-year-old daughter when I started the show, and I thought, okay, come on. Can I be by water? Can I be near a swimming pool, on a boat? Is there a reason I'm in this bikini, really? So we had this argument, and he was pretty great about it. But then to me, it didn't feel like he got the message. So I got this little tiny skimpy bikini that really shouldn't have been on TV at the time. Now you could get away with it, but not then. And he thought I was a little rebel, but we were good friends, and he was a very, very kind man to me, and he certainly gave me great opportunities, more than just Charlie's Angels.
You also did Las Vegas with James Caan.
Yes.
That had to be a blast to do.
Absolute blast. Wonderful show. Jimmy's Jimmy. There's no other like him. He's just an extraordinary actor, and it was a pleasure to work with him.
The way that networks are right now with the state of television, I guess, are you kind of concerned with the way network television is and the way that the usual series that were done in the past? Do you think they'd be able to survive in a climate like today?
I think everything goes through phases. I think that things adjust and change, and there's new technology happening. I think that we're in a kind of transitional period. I think good writing will never go out of style, and bad writing will be left in the dust. And I think that you have to compel people to watch, and it doesn't have to be Shakespeare. It doesn't all have to be heavy and serious, but it needs to be compelling. It needs to be good. You have to like the people. You need to want to tune in to see them. And it's really interesting to watch old classic movies because they didn't have any special effects, and they didn't have anything except often two people sitting and having conversation with each other. And you see these movies over and over and over again, and you never get tired of it. So there's something in there somewhere.
Have you done a series or a movie that you were really proud of and you had a lot of faith in, but for some reason, like, just the audience wasn't there, and you wish, you'd like more people to be exposed to it?
Well, I did a television series for a brief time called One West Waikiki, and it was sort of came on in the summertime and then kind of hung around for a while, and then there was a big change of the powers that be at the network, and so it kind of fell by the wayside, and it was just starting to get some legs and really getting an audience, and we just really didn't have a chance. And Richard Berge was in that show with me, and all done in Hawaii, and I really thought it had a possibility of being something, and a lot of people that just started tuning into it were so disappointed when it went off. And yeah, you feel bad about those because, to find a really great character to play. Dawn Holliday was she was the coroner in Hawaii, and she was a great character to play. She was kind of funny and quirky, and it was before all the CSIs, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go here soon, but I do have one more question,
okay.
And I'm sure everyone wants to ask you this, but I'm going
You sound like a very nice son.
first.
Your mother did a good job with you.
Well, thank you. Do you still have those Josie and the Pussycat records?
I have a few, actually. That was my first job in California. I loved that series. It was great fun. And I am so appreciative of Hanna-Barbera hiring me and trusting this 19-year-old girl fresh from South Dakota and giving me that opportunity.
Cheryl, thank you so much for your time today. I guess the interview went so well just because we're both South Dakota people, and
that
we
must
know
be it.
we can still relate easily to each other.
Yeah, you know, we relate.